Sorry for the inconvenience, guys, and we are back live at Chaos and Goofy Red for Conquerors Insignia mini offline qualifiers in Bengaluru, and it is hosted in BLITZ Gaming Cafe. So tell your unborn children, tell your fathers, tell your mothers that a game of Dota is going to happen. And we see Symphony on the Kunka and a bunch of other heroes. Back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We do have some technical issues on our side. I would like to apologize on behalf, and with that we are going to start the game. So let me introduce the heroes who are going to be playing for the side of Serene Chaos. We have the Kunka being played by Symphony, Eternally being played by Deliverance, Dark Soul on the Shadow Shaman, the Invoker being played by Devoid, the Batrider by Spooky Monster. As for the side of Goofy the Red, we've got the Omninite the Disruptor being played by Drake, the Slark being played by Snax, the Queen of Pain being played by Archmage, and the Earthshaker being played by Ame. So with that, the game is underway. It is 1 minute in, and we see that the balance seems as though the Queen of Pain will have the advantage in the mid lane over the Invoker. She does not have a lot of last hits compared to the Queen of Pain. She is leading the last hits charts, and a pause in shoes. The Disruptor has paused the game. Maybe they have a little bit of technical issues themselves, thankfully. So we see that the Queen of Pain and the Invoker are in the mid lane as it should be. And the laning, as for the side of Serene Chaos, they have laned the Terrorblade with the Kunka and the Shadow Shaman to support him. The Omninite going solo off lane, that is kind of not what I expected, since a Slark into an Omninite combo is really well, and the game is going to get unpaused. Terrorblade has his fair share of blast last hits. He's looking really good, and we see a rotation coming in onto the mid lane by the Earthshaker. Maybe they see the Invoker getting really low, and we also see the Batrider is stacking up the camps. The stack is probably going to get
yes, a gift from the Tempest of Battle.
Not going to get stacked.
Double damage.
The Batrider, and the Batrider is trying to chase down the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker is getting really low. 3 stacks of sticky napalm onto him, but I do not think the Batrider is going to commit for that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane,
fortunes change.
Their lives mean nothing to me.
and as we see in the mid lane, the balance has not been reduced. The Queen of Pain is still in the lead. 6 last hits over the Invoker, who does not seem to be doing as well. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Terrorblade is also doing fairly well compared to the Omni Knight. The Omni Knight, for a offlane Omni Knight, he seems to be doing well also. But it does not seem like the Batrider is going to have a really good game. The stacks have been blocked up by the Earthshaker during the first rotation, and we see the Earthshaker is also going to go for that again, trying to hinder the Batrider's farm as much as possible. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Omni Knight is going to get shadowed by the Shadow Shaman, and the Sunstrike is going to hit, but the Terrorblade is going to take the first blood. First blood being taken by Deliverance, and push the lead, which he already has. Meanwhile, the Slark is looking really good. He will complete his power shot soon enough. He is fairly uncontested in the lane. The Batrider is not looking to kill the Slark. The Slark does have that Dark Pact, which can push off whatever
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
and we see an initiation
Dire's
onto
structures are
the
fortified.
Batrider. The Batrider is getting really low, and he goes down. Snax picking up the kill onto the Batrider. 2 cores from each team, getting a kill each, boosting up their farm. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we see a rotation coming in from the supports of both the teams. The Kunkka for Serene Chaos, and for Go Figure Red, we have the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker has not been spotted out by the Invoker, but the Kunkka has seen the Queen of Pain. The Torrent is not going to hit, and the Queen of Pain is going to be saved. Probably going to be a little bit more careful, since she doesn't know that the Kunkka is in the lane. The Earthshaker is still looking to go for a kill onto the Invoker. We see the Invoker pinging himself, and meanwhile in the bottom lane, the Batrider has farmed up the hard camp stacks. The Omni Knight is not looking to... Okay, he does want to steal some of the experience and farm, but he is diving relatively deep. He might have bitten off too much more than he can chew, and he is going to get hexed up by the Shadow Shaman. He's also going to get slowed up by the sticky napalm, but the Omni Knight has a ripple to work with in a few more seconds. The Shrine is also there to save him if he needs to be. The Earthshaker has rotated onto the mid lane. He's not yet spotted out by the Invoker. The Invoker might go down if he goes for the rotation, but it seems like he does not want to commit for that. The Queen of Pain is doing relatively well without his help. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we see the
Radiant's
rotation coming
top
in
tower
from
is
the
under
Kunkka.
attack.
So the Batrider has given up on the top lane, seemingly not being able to contest the aggression coming in from the Disruptor and the Slark.
Radiant
So
structures
Kunka
are
is going to
fortified.
take the top lane's farm and the experience. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Queen of Pain is looking to go for a kill, but none of her teammates are around. The Invoker, not so. The Shadow Shaman is around. He is going to get spotted out by the Observer Ward being placed by Go Figure Red. So the Queen of Pain is probably not going to get caught out. Maybe if she overcommits. But meanwhile, in the top lane, the Kunka is going to get really low. The Slark is going to take that kill, but it does not seem like the Disruptor is going to survive.
Killing
the fight.
spree.
Snags
Double
with a
kill.
Radiant's top
Slark
tower
is
is
looking
under
really
attack.
strong. He also has his level 6, so he will be able to reach up all of his HP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Yes.
Illusion.
Gotcha!
Dominating.
I
Radiant's
was
top
under you the
tower
whole
is under
time,
attack.
drilling holes in your hull.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And we see that the Invoker is going to get a little bit of
Invisibility.
lane. The Queen of Pain is going to get an Invis rune. She has completed her Veil of Discord, so she can go for a kill if she decides to go for it.
Oh, bounty!
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, a smoke rotation coming out from Dark Souls on the Shadow Shaman. He is trying to look for a kill onto Omni Knight. Omni Knight is seemingly unaware of the rotation coming in from the Shadow Shaman. The Shadow Shaman is probably trying to get a rotation onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is getting up,
Dog's that.
and a shackle onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is getting really low. It's down too terribly. Terribly is taking a kill, furthering the advantage that he already has compared to the Slark. He does not have as much farm. The Slark is really close to his shadow. He will be able to go for a lot more kills. He's getting really low and is going to go back to base. The Batrider has taken over the mid lane. Queen of Pain having died.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Coming out onto the bottom lane, the tower is getting really low. But Terrorblade and his friends are not going to look further. Slark has spotted out the Terrorblade. The Terrorblade is going to get his upon by the Slark, and he is going to go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Gotcha.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sorry for the technical difficulties that we have faced. I am really sorry, but we are going to get back into the game. And as I come back, the Slark is going to go down to the Batrider, and a dominating streak being handed out to the Kunkka. The Kunkka is looking really rich right now. He does not seem to be going for a core lineup. He has gone for a Tranquil Boot, so it is going to be primarily a support Kunkka. Meanwhile, Devoid has gone for a power trade onto the Invoker, a really weird choice. Invokers usually go for a phase boot or just rush their BOTs completely, but he has gone for the power trade. That shows how much he has suffered in the lane. And he has not gone for the Midas first either, so it is going to hinder him in the early game, not having enough farm as he should. But I think he should be perfectly fine. And the scan is going to catch out the Slark. The Slark is also going to get caught out. They do not have any detection. The Alacrity Terrorblade is going to do a number onto the tower. The Slark is also going to escape. The reflection from the Terrorblade is going to deal a decent amount of damage. The Terrorblade is also looking really low. He does not have enough mana for the Sunder, and he goes down. But it does not seem like the chase is going to stop with that. A Guns back from the Disruptor. The Kunkka is going to get trapped up by the kinetic field and is going to take down. Omni Knight taking that kill. Rampage making the plays. And as I speak, the Shadow Shaman is also not going to be free from the clutches of the Slark. The Slark is going to deal a lot of damage, but Archmage on the Queen of Pain is going to take that kill. And we see a push coming on onto the tier 2 for Go Figure Red. The glyph has been used. I do not think the Go Figure Red will be able to get the tower as of now. But then again, the Terrorblade's Metamorphosis is down. So they might want to go for more kills, seeing the downtime that Terrorblade has. But a smoke coming out from Serene Chaos. They do spot out the Omni Knight, but the Batrider with his blink is not trying to go for it. A Firefly onto the Batrider, but the Thunderstrike is going to make sure he's not going to be able to blink in and catch someone out. Meanwhile, the Queen of Pain is also looking really strong, is trying to finish up his Yule Scepter. The Omni Knight is going for a Blink Dagger. Having completed his Hand of Midas, I do not think the Omni Knight is going to be poor anytime soon. This is not a really support like Omni Knight. He is going for core items.
Blessings.
Double damage.
And the Slark is going to spot out the Shadow Shaman, but the Dark Pact is going to make sure he's not going to get hexed up, but the Sunstrike and the Meteor is going to connect, and Devoid is going to get another kill. And the Queen of Pain is probably also going to go down. The Hex Mark making the plays happen. The Queen of Pain also goes down. The Invoker taking a double kill. That is a really dangerous situation, since an Invoker should not be allowed as much farm as he does. And it does not seem like the Invoker is going to go for an Aghanim Scepter. He is going for a complete right-click build.
Dire's middle tower
Going for
is
a
under
Dragon
attack.
Lance over an Aghanim Scepter. This is
Dire's
looking
middle
really
tower has fallen.
confusing to me. I have not seen an Invoker being played in this
Dire's
manner.
middle tower is under attack.
And a rotation
Radiant's
coming
bottom
onto the
tower
bottom
is under
lane. The
attack.
Disruptor is going to get a decent amount of damage done onto the tier 2 tower. The Observer Ward being placed is going to make sure he's not going to get caught out. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Batrider is going to go for the farm onto this hard lane creeps. But he is going to get pounced up by the Slark, and one more hit and Snacks takes another kill onto the Batrider. The Batrider is just feeding away his life at this point. And we see that the Terrorblade has gone for an armlet. That is a really weird build. The Terrorblade, being an agility hero, is not going to benefit a lot from the armlet. It looks really weird what Serene Chaos has gone for. Maybe it is going to increase the tankiness of his illusions, but that is about it. It is not going to increase the damage. Really weird item choice from Deliverance on the Terrorblade. And the Slark with his Shadow Blade trying to go for another kill. The scan is going to catch out the Slark. And it seems as though Serene Chaos is going to be ready for whatever the Slark is going to turn out. But he is going to escape from the X mark and the bolt combo with his pound, saving it until the last moment. And you see the Earthshaker is also nearing his Blink Dagger. Only a few more gold away from that.
Take that.
And the Omni-Knight is going to make sure that the Earthshaker is going to get the farm he needs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You see that the Queen of Pain is also really close to her Yule Scepter. Meanwhile, the Disruptor, having completed his Arcane Boots, gets a casual hood
Radiant's
to
bottom
reduce the
tower
amount of
is under
magic
attack.
damage that the Invoker deals in the team
Dire's top
fights.
tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the tier 2 is getting really low, and Serene Chaos do not plan on trading the towers, and the tower is going to go down, and
Dire's top
Omni-Knight
tower
is going to
is
blink
falling.
out, being relatively safe. That is a
Radiant's
really
middle
bad
tower
exchange for
is under
Serene
attack.
Chaos, since the tier 1 has gone down. But they did commit the snakes to get that kill, and an Echo Slam is going to commit onto the Batrider, and the Slark is trying to chase out the Kunkka. The Kunkka is going to be relatively safe. Maybe not. The Kunkka is going to get glimpsed back, but the X mark onto the Kunkka is going to make sure he is going to be safe. Snacks getting really low, but the amount of sustain that Go Figure Red has is comparatively more than what Serene Chaos has, so they will be able to stand and fight repeatedly.
The time.
The Queen of Pain TPs to the top lane. A double damage rune is also going to get Spada. Maybe the Earthshaker is going to take it for himself. He is going to make good use of that, farming up the jungle creeps.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane,
Gotcha.
the Dark Pact is going to make sure that the Shadow Shaman is not going to be able to hex out
Come on, get out of
the
here.
Slark. The Slark does have a Gem of True Sight, so he will be able to de-ward whatever he seems to identify, since a Slark is really good at finding out where the wards are with his passive. An early gem commitment coming out from Go Figure Red. Slark is going to spot out that a Observer Ward is placed in the Radiant jungle, but a rotation coming in from the heroes of Go Figure Red, the Disruptor, Queen of Pain, and the Earthshaker onto the top lane, trying to get some tower damage done probably.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We see that Devoid is going to commit for an Aghanim Scepter finally after completing his Dragon Lance. So we see a smoke rotation coming in towards the top lane. And the Queen of Pain is going to get initiated upon by the Batrider, but the Batrider is not going to do enough damage. Archmage heals herself up and trying to escape out. She will be able to do so. And a Sunder onto the Invoker. He could have done that on the Slark, but he could not do that. And the Terrorblade is going to be safe for now, but the Slark is coming back into the fight and is going to make sure the Echo Slam onto 3 heroes. And Serene Chaos is going to go down. The X mark onto the Kunkka is a tad bit late. And the 4 heroes down for the side of Serene Chaos. And Go Figure Red take that fight, only losing the Omni Knight in exchange. The Slark is looking really strong here. Having completed his Shadow Blade, he is going to go for a Lincoln Sphere, making sure he's not going to get caught out by the Shadow Shaman.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Pain without consequence. Worthy tribute.
And with that, Go Figure Red are going to back off, retreat back, and make sure that they are going to farm up for the next fight they are going to participate in. We see that Serene Chaos have huddled up onto the mid lane, staying safe from the really hard hands of Go Figure Red. Ame, having completed his Blink Dagger, is going to go for a Shadow Blade onto the Earthshaker. So the Earthshaker is also going to be farmed. It seems as though every hero from Go Figure Red is going to be extremely farmed with the network that they have.
A gift from the Tempest of
Oh, how I wish I had this back at Dark Reef.
And we see the Omni Knight is also looking really strong, having completed his mech. And the Hand of Might is making sure that he will be able to get the amount of farm that he needs. He's going to complete his Guardian's Greaves sometime soon. It seems as though the Kunkka has uttered some words onto the alt chat that he did not mean to.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Healing and harm.
And we see a bunch of pings onto the bottom lane. The Earthshaker on his Shadow Amulet is going to stay in this, but the Slark is going to go onto the Batrider, and the Batrider is going to go down. The Omni Knight is going to take that kill with the Purifier. Meanwhile, onto the bottom lane, the Terrorblade is getting really low. The Earthshaker is invis. He could go for... And an Echo Slam being committed onto the Terrorblade, and the Terrorblade is going to go down. The Earthshaker taking that kill. It does not seem like Serene Chaos are going to be able to come back from the damage being done by Go Figure Red. We see the push coming on onto the mid lane. The tier 2 is possibly going to go down in this push.
Radiant's middle tower
And Go Figure Red are going to retreat, thinking that what they have done is enough for now. The Slark is looking really strong. He is going to go for a Skull Basher soon enough. He is going to spot out the Observer Ward and is probably going to get warded out by the Queen of Pain. The Slark with the gem combo paying off for Go Figure Red. The smoke onto the Kunkka is going to make sure he's not going to get spotted up by the Lingen Spear from the Slark. Is going to make sure he is not going to get X-marked by the Kunkka. The Bat Rider is still on the smoke, trying to look for a pickoff possibly. The Sunstrike onto the Roche Pit is going to make sure that Go Figurehead are not attempting that anytime soon. The Sunstrike is going to scout out the Roche Pit, but the Slark is not going to commit for that.
Haste!
And we see a push coming on onto the mid lane. The Invoker is going to get spotted out by the Slark. The pounce, but the gem is going to make sure the Ghost Walk is not going to do much. The Invoker is going to go down, and the Bat Rider also going to go down. The glimpse onto the Kunkka. The Kunkka is also going to get kited out by the heroes of Go Figurehead. Go Figurehead taking 3 kills really easily, and Serene Chaos giving away 3 kills. 20k net worth lead on to Go Figurehead. It does not seem like the damage being done is something which can be repaired.
Yes.
The Shadow Shaman is not going to be able to do much. He does not even have a level 2 ultimate, so he's possibly going to be really useless in these fights unless he is able to hex out the Omni Knight before he gets any of his spells off.
Worthy tribute.
And Roshan being attempted by Go Figurehead. It is going down fairly easily with the Solar Crest.
All ones will drink.
Roshan has fallen to the die.
And we see no wasted movement coming in from Snacks on the Slark. Trying to scout out the Radiant jungle, trying to find a pickoff once his Aegis has been claimed.
The tithe.
We see the heroes from Serene Chaos are going to huddle up onto the mid lane. They do not have much of a choice since the heroes from the side of Go Figurehead are extremely strong compared to the heroes of Serene Chaos. The Turtleblade totally being capable of outcarrying a Slark, but not able to do so since he was denied the farm the Slark was able to get. A BKB being queued up onto the Terrorblade. Sorry for the inconvenience, people, and we are going to get right back into the game. And we see that Serene Chaos is still in the really dangerous position that they have been. The Slark, having his ages, is not trying to go for any high ground push as of now. He does have money for the Skull Basher. He could get that, but he decides not to. And we see that Serene Chaos are going to get jailed onto their own base, not being allowed to go out. If they do go out, it is going to be certain death for them.
Haste!
The Invoker having completed his Aghanim Scepter, maybe this is looking good for Serene Chaos. They are getting a decent amount of farm, not anywhere compared to the amount of farm that Go Figure Red is getting, but they might be able to pull off a miracle if this continues on. And we see a split push lineup coming in from Go Figure Red. The top lane is going to get pushed out by the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain is trying to look to secure the tier 3, but she is going to get spooked out by the heroes of Serene Chaos. She is going to blink out. Go Figure It do have a really big advantage over Serene Chaos, but it does not seem like they want to push onto the advantage. And it is getting really dangerous for them since a Terrorblade is a hero who will be able to flash farm really fast. And the Aegis is going to get reclaimed. The Queen of Fate is going to get taught out by the Tornado. The Sunstrike is going to miss. Dominator is also going to retreat. And the Earthshaker trying to look for a really good Echo Slam opportunity. And we see a fight going to commence onto the top lane. The Ripple making sure that the Queen of Pain is going to survive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is falling.
Eleni!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is
All
falling.
wands will break.
Double kill! Mega kill! Eleni!
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Unstoppable! Double kill!
Radiant's top
Ты
barracks
посмотри
has
вокруг,
fallen.
Боза! Ты посмотри вокруг, что происходит!
Wicked! Triple kill!